Hello, Gemini. What's up? Welcome to your reading. We're going to see what you need to know right now, what's coming towards you, anything that is important for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If you want a private reading with me, the information is in the description box below. Let's get into this for Gemini. Show me clearly what is going on with Gemini. What's going on with Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements? Ooh. Okay. Be ready to receive. Be ready to receive, Gemini. There's news coming in. And it's news that I feel you have been anticipating, that you have been really looking forward to. And like, it's here. It's here. It's confirmed. Flights have been booked. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're an author. Maybe you're getting something published or something's being put in like the news or even like newspaper. I don't know. Do y'all still do newspapers? You know, they're here and there. Not so much the norm, right? It's 2026, but they still publish things. I don't know, you guys, the hawk, there's something that is expanding your horizons. And this is coming in fast. This is something that really is picking up the momentum, picking up the speed. It's like, it's refreshing from like stale wind, like, or not even stale wind. There's no wind. Like when the air is stale, you know, hot summer day, it's like there's not even a breeze. It feels stuffy. It feels like, ugh. To then all of a sudden that breeze comes in and like, everything just feels so light and refreshing and rejuvenating. And that's kind of what the hawk is bringing about, especially with the camel, because you're satisfied with this. Whatever this news is that's coming in, it hits you on the tip of the tongue, like cherry on top, sweet as can be. It's good. You're not even surprised by this. Like you're not surprised by it, but you are happy about it. It brings in a lot of lightheartedness. It brings in a lot of pleasure, enjoyment. Maybe there's something you'll be celebrating in the near future. But whatever this news is, it's gonna rock your world, okay? Peacock, the crow, and the spider. And again, this is just showing that you already knew this from within. You had this internal, it's like you set the frequency. I'm actually seeing in my mind's eye of like someone in a car and they're setting the radio and like they're tuning into the frequency. That's you. You tune into the frequency of whatever this thing was. And then you're just like happily anticipating, attracting, allowing it to unfold and come towards you. No matter what actions you took, it all led to this moment. You maybe change something about your routine or change something about your attitude, your approach, even just like the inner world, right? Because the crow represents our subconscious. It represents our inner dialogue and observation and intuition and just like being receptive to higher frequencies. Something even coming up about telepathy, you know, sharing information without even verbalizing, without even communicating it out loud, but just this inner knowing. Whatever this is, though, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty damn good. And when I was shuffling the tarot, I have Heaven. What is this called? Heaven and Earth Tarot. The bottom of the deck, we had the Four of Swords, which is a card of just like rest, receiving, healing. It's like you're chilling, right? Seem to be chilling. Seem to be doing good. Okay. There's this one card. Oh, look, it's the Four of Swords. I didn't want to go in the deck, but okay. What's going on for Gemini? What do my Geminis need to know right now? 9 of Pentacles. I'm just going to pull 2 of Cups. What's going on with Gemini? We got the moon. Got the 4 of Pentacles falling underneath the moon, so I guess we'll keep that there. What's going on for Gemini? High Priestess. 2 of Wands is at the bottom. Good to know. Let's see what's going on for Gemini. 7 of Cups. Okay. I'm gonna get one more, I feel. Queen of Wands reversed. King of Cups. Okay. Let's just stop here because there's a lot to digest. My ring is getting a little loose, so I gotta push it. Starting off with the 9 of Earth. Okay, so this is someone who is very grounded in themselves. They're confident. They have a high self-esteem. This is somebody who is very secure within their reality, within their finances, within just everything going on in the external. This person is thriving. This person is having a good time. They're enjoying their own company. They're independent. They're self-reliant. They are somebody who has been putting in the work and they're reaping the rewards of their efforts, okay? This is a very solo, dolo, independent energy. We said that. I'm repeating myself. So then the next card we have is the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is the energy of relationships, connection, love, harmony. If we're just talking about you, this is representing your inner energies, your divine masculine, your divine feminine, and they are just in flow. They are in natural harmony and they're in sync. Absolutely beautiful chef's kiss. If we're talking about you and another person, which by the way, the main zodiacs we have out here is Pisces. That's the main sign out here, but we do have some earth, we do have a little bit of water, and just a smidge of fire. Okay, but if we're talking about you and another person, here is this connection. The chemistry is off the charts, it's insane. There seems to be just like this natural flow, this natural ease, this like just authentic energy. You can be yourself, they can be themselves, no judgment. It's just pure love, pure acceptance, and embracing each other. Embracing each other's uniqueness, embracing each other's independence, not losing yourselves while still being together, having your life together, but also having your separate lives, right? We pair that with the 9 of Pentacles. This is representing a connection where you and your person, you both are very solid within yourselves. Confident within yourselves, you got your own lives going on, you got your own hobbies, your own routines, but then you still come together and you guys are just like rock solid. So then we have the moon. The moon, wow, my voice just made a funny sound. It was like the moon. The moon. My goodness, I need to trim my hair. It's feeling kind of dead. I'm just looking at the camera, but not the camera, I'm looking at my screen like, I need to trim off a couple inches. Near future. The moon, this is representing the unseen, the unknown, uncertainty. It also does bring in our intuition, right? We were seeing that with the animal cards. This deep inner knowing, searching for evidence is what I'm actually hearing. Searching for evidence, searching for proof or clarity or some kind of confirmation. There is something here that's hidden. There is something that is being withheld because 4 of Pentacles fell out underneath the moon. So what we can gather from this combination, someone is purposely withholding or keeping something under wraps. Maybe it's about this news, right? Someone's got news that they are waiting for the right opportunity to share. We'll have to clarify and see what this is, okay? But you can sense it, right? Next card is High Priestess. It's the intuition. It's that inner knowing. It's that you can sense the vibes. Something's in the air. You may not be able to see it, but there's just that frequency that you're tapped in, that you're tuned into. And even if you're holding, so here's the thing, if you're holding something back, and if this is within a relationship, they can sense it. Relationship of any kind, romantic, platonic. If you've been holding something back, keeping it to yourself, 9 of Pentacles, the other individual can sense it. If someone's been withholding something from you, and we don't even know what it's being withheld, right? It could be positive. It could be something maybe not, but we're not gonna, define if this is good or bad because we have no idea. But there is something that's being withheld. So again, whether you are one holding it in, they can sense it. If someone is withholding from you, you can sense it. The vibes don't lie. But High Priestess, there's a smudge. I don't know why I said smudge. So smudging as in like cleansing energy, right? Maybe you're needing to smudge your home. I'm also smudge. I'm, you know, like when you smudge your lens or on your screen on your phone, it's smudge, like from the grease. Don't know why I said smudge. But I guess, you know, if we're talking about lenses, smudging the camera lens, you gotta clean it so you can see clearly. Because actually, the next card is a Seven of Cups, which tells me, oh, is there a smudge with your intuition? Smudge with your intuition. Yeah, because even the next card is a Queen of Wands reverse, which for me, I always see this Queen of Wands reverse as like there's an inner blockage from creation mode or from like visualizing, from experiencing something of natural ease and flow. There's like a blockage here or an irritation or frustration. So a smudge, maybe, perhaps. We'll look into this. But anywho, High Priestess is representing somebody who has a lot of wisdom, a lot of awareness of what's going on internally as well as what's showing up in their reality. It's kind of like someone is scanning the room or scanning for what's coming towards them. You could be having dreams. Your dreams may be showing you symbolic messages. Either it's bringing things up from your past that you're having to work through, release, or it's giving you clues of like what lies ahead. And it's just like there's a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors in the other realms. And so Seven of Cups, sometimes this can bring in confusion, sometimes this can bring in distortions, sometimes this just brings us a bunch of options and we have to narrow down like what's the best approach or what do we actually want to experience. Seven of Cups reverse with the Queen of Wands reverse. Oh, not reverse. I don't know why I said this was in the reverse. I guess something will be revealed, right? We're seeing that with the moon. Four of Pentacles, someone's not going to hold back much longer. I do feel like it's only a matter of time before pop goes the weasel. Why did I? Pop goes the weasel. I don't know why the heck that came to mind. Like Jack in the Box. What the hell? Oh my God. Okay, I'm feeling the energy, but the Queen of Wands reverse and the Seven of Cups, I think this is representing someone who's getting frustrated because they're trying to figure out this mystery. They're trying to crack the code. They're trying to be the detective over here, and they keep running into a bunch of brick walls, or not even brick walls, but just like loose ends or strings that lead nowhere. It's literally like, yeah, it's like watching a movie where there's like a detective and they're finding the clues and the clues just lead them nowhere. It's just like it's not going anywhere, but there's so much, it's just like nonsense. So this Queen of Wands reverse is representing someone who's irritated or someone who is maybe not feeling super confident within what they're being shown or what they're creating. There's a bit of a blockage here. There's a little bit of a questioning of energy. Question your sources. What are your sources? What are your sources? Okay. Taking a little look-see at the bottom, we have the King of Cups. So this is representing someone who is very much in tune with their intuition. This is someone who's very grounded. This is also representing someone who takes action, right? Kings are masculine. It's all about protecting and taking action. So the actions that you're taking are ways that you are protecting yourself. Six of Swords and the Empress, and even that Seven of Wands, that protecting what's yours, protecting what matters, protecting what you see as valuable or important, something that you cherish, something that is not weak or vulnerable, but just something that requires a lot of care, gentleness, patience, and softness, right? Needing softness. Okay. So it's very mysterious energy. But we're gonna get to the bottom of this, seriously. Okay. Let's shimmy these cards over a little bit. Nine of Pentacles. We know the Nine of Pentacles is representing, we already talked about this. Nine of Pentacles. I don't feel the need. Okay, we'll pull a card on the Nine of Pentacles. Let's get an energy to explain a little bit further. This Nine of Pentacles. Just one. Thank you. 10 of Wands. Okay. This is someone who has a lot on their plate. Someone with a lot of responsibility, someone with a lot to take care of during their day-to-day life. They got a lot of pressure. Pressure to be perfect. There's a denseness that comes with this. There's something that needs to be cleared or released, but it's a personal, I'm hearing it's a personal issue reaching resolution or is going to be resolved. Personal matters, personal struggles, personal blockages. It's not personal. It's also what I'm getting from this. It's not personal. King of Pentacles at the bottom. Okay, so 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles is really representing someone who's top shit. They're really good at what they do. Somebody who is a provider, someone who could be a parent, or someone who has a lot of people that rely on them, depend on them. This is someone who is dependable, someone who is secure, someone who has a lot to offer. So that comes with great power, comes great responsibility. So someone here could be feeling the pressure. You're feeling the pressure of that. Okay, 2 of Cups. Let's get a card on the 2 of Cups. That 9 of Earth and the 10 of Wands could be representing an energy of struggling to upkeep. You know, maintenance, daily maintenance, maintaining your health, maintaining just how you appear, how you show up. Even when we go back to, let me not drop this deck. The Peacock at the bottom, this represents somebody who is also very beautiful, aesthetically pleasing to the eye. They take good care of themselves. They groom themselves. What they wear, what they dress, how they style their hair, you know, this represents someone who puts a lot of effort into how they show up and how they're perceived, how they perceive themselves. So even the 10 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, this maybe could be saying a much needed shift to your lifestyle, especially if you're finding it hard to upkeep. It's like ways to make it a little bit more simpler, easier, right? 2 of, well, that's a stack. I'm not going to take that. Then the Hierophant comes out. Okay. 2 of Cups clarified with the Hierophant. A commitment, a relationship. But where is it going? 3 of Wands in the reverse. Where are me and this person going? All right, we'll talk about that 3 of Wands reverse, because there could be change of plans. But so here we got this connection, here we got this partnership. Maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, okay? Or Taurus season could be relevant. We're gonna have Taurus season by the end of this month. So Hierophant represents contracts, commitments, your duties, your responsibilities. It's the masculine versus the High Priestess is the divine feminine. So we got masculine and feminine energies over here, okay? Seeing a very divine counterpart connection here. Now, the Hierophant brings an awareness to what/who we are committed to, what we're showing up for, okay? And as we were looking at this 9 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, someone who has a lot of responsibility already on their plate. Their hands are quite full. So 2 of Cups and a Hierophant, this is one of those wands, right? Out of all the wands, one of the wands is this connection. It's one of these relationships over here, is a commitment. But if you aren't able to show up for yourself, how the hell can you show up for another? So, Hierophant to the 3 of Wands, reversed. We can look at this 3 of Wands reverse, and there's some spiraling going on in the back. There are all these different possible paths, different ways things could unfold, a lot of potential, but it's all just not imaginary, but has yet to come to fruition. And so as you're in, it's like you're not at the beginning and you're not at the end, but you're in the middle. You're in the middle ground, the transitionary stage, and there's a questioning of like, where is this going? / I'm also seeing 3 of Pentacles reversed. Someone is tired. Someone is tired. And what do we just say? You're not able to show up for yourself. You already are feeling burnt out. How the heck can you show up for another, right? So And I'm kind of seeing a little bit like, oh my God, tired. I have like low motivation. Ugh, just like, what to do? Where am I going? Where is this leading me? Something's getting a little stale, a little stagnant, a little bit boring. And maybe someone is being detached emotionally. I think my deck's actually upside down. Yeah, it is. It is. But we're going to stick with it. King of Cups in the reverse. He's kind of detached from his emotions. Withdrawn a little bit. Okay? So you might be feeling either withdrawn or someone maybe is acting a bit distant towards you. But let me just stress this. It's not personal, right? It ain't personal. Okay, so why do we got the moon here? We got the 2 cups at the bottom. Okay. What's the reason why we got the moon? 2 of Wands in the reverse. Indecision. At a crossroad. Stuck and unsure of which way to go. If I go this way, XYZ. If I go that way, this, and that. So what am I going to do instead? I'm not doing nothing. But not doing anything is a choice itself. The moon and the 2 of Wands reverse. Until something is revealed or expressed or communicated. What's at the bottom? The Chariot. It's like you're being pulled in 2 different directions. But it's like until you get more answers or clarity, it ain't going to change, or it won't shift, or it's just going to be the same. Something just continues. Again, there's like this blindness. Blind. Where am I going? Chariot to the moon. Where am I going? Where is this path leading me? Where is this going to take me? Let's see why. Oh, there's 3 of Pentacles from earlier. Let's see why the 4 of Pentacles came out. It was underneath the moon, right? 4 of Pentacles. 2s are relevant in your reading. 222 could be important for you. You might be seeing that synchronicity. 4 of Pentacles for Gemini. Why is the 4 of Pentacles here? It's going to be specific. 4 of Pentacles, please. They gave me 2. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Hermit. Queen of Peppermint. Peppermints. Queen of Peppermints. Peppermints are, well, I guess not all peppermints, but I'm seeing the peppermints that have like the spiral, like the red and white peppermints. Those are circles. So Queen of Peppermints. I'm feeling goofy right now. This is so funny. But Queen of Pentacles represents someone who is self-sufficient. Again, kind of like adding on to that 9 of Pentacles, except we're taking it up a notch. Queen of Pentacles is someone who is very abundant within themselves, extremely resourceful. They are educated. They're very intelligent, super, super, super grounded within themselves, within reality. This is somebody who is quite practical here. Very nurturing, very giving, very caring and resourceful, right? Very smart with money, very responsible when it comes to money and finances. Cool stuff, cool beans. The Hermit represents somebody who is withdrawn, keeping to themselves, in their own little world, in their own little bubble, minding their own business, not so much worried about what's going on externally from them. They're all just in the moment, soul searching, going inwards, okay? Something you're trying to discover or figure out. And until you figure out what's going on within, you're not going to just reveal all your cards until you are able to fully process and understand before you bring it out into the material world or express it. So, and what was at the bottom of this? 4 of Cups in the reverse. And this is representing someone who, instead of focusing on the lack, instead of focusing on what they don't have, this is representing someone who is showing a lot of gratitude and appreciation for what they do have. And just being joyful and appreciative and just, again, not in that lack. They're receptive. They're open to receive and they're quite happy. They're quite pleased. So, I'm just like, okay. Let's see. So I mean, I would read this as Four of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the Hermit. This is somebody who is actually showing a lot of like restraint within themselves, within their power, within their inner knowingness. That even through the not illusions, but even through the uncertainty, because we saw that with the Three of Wands reverse, we're seeing that with the Two of Wands. Remember, we had the Chariot with the Moon, which is like, where is this path leading me? Who fucking knows? But we don't need to have it all figured out, because at the end of the day, we know what the end of our story is, what we want, what we're focused on, our target. We know what the target is, so we're not going to worry about how we're going to get there or how it's going to unfold or when is it going to unfold. We already know we are set on the target, so we just got to let the rest unfold. So this is representing someone who's really grounded within themselves, showing their strength, showing their, they're grounded. That's how I'm seeing it. So, High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Three of Wands reversed. Okay. So this is kind of what we were saying. Oh, look in the moon. Here we got the moon coming back out. This is what we saw earlier, where there is that questioning. Where is this taking me? Where is this going? All the possibilities. There's a little bit of a spiral energy. All these different ways. And then I guess this even ties in with the next card, the Seven of Cups. All these different possible options of what may or may not happen. How am I going to get there? And remember, we just talked about, we're not going to worry about the how. We don't need to worry about the how. We just need to focus on what, and then we will take the necessary actions. It will naturally unfold, and we'll get there, right? So we have the moon at the bottom. Oh my god, and then the High Priestess reversed, and the Hangman. Look at this Pisces, triple Pisces, Pisces. Shout out to anybody with Pisces placements. I believe Mercury right now is still in Pisces. Working its way out of the post shadow. But there is a level of surrender, and there is a mask that is yet to be revealed, right? We're seeing the High Priestess. First, they're wearing a mask. The necessary unmasking. Now, with the Hangman and the reverses, this is where we receive. This is where we surrender. This is where things are now coming towards us effortlessly, right? But we have to be open to receive. Okay, so Seven of Cups. Let's look into the Seven of Cups. Maybe it'll tell us. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Justice. Libra energy. Oof. Lovers in the reverse. Okay, there's your energy as well, Gemini. And I do have to point out, when Justice came out, it did flip out sideways. So it's not entirely upright, but it's not entirely in reverse. So that does kind of, bring a little bit of a twist. Or like, not really, I don't want to say twist, but something's a little bit unbalanced here. Okay. Something's a little off. Justice. When we look at justice, this is where there are consequences to our actions or lack of actions. Every single decision we make will lead us down a specific path. Certain events will take place, certain experiences will have, certain emotions will feel from those experiences, all that jazz. This does bring something that you're either lacking clarity on, lacking guidance or understanding. It is being provided to you, for you. If there's something that's out of balance in your life, which we had the full moon in Libra just last week, it's being highlighted what needs to change or where you need to make the necessary adjustments. So I feel like since this came out in the middle, it's kind of like the adjustment is happening. Lovers in the reverse at the bottom. We're talking about some kind of partnership here, a commitment, a relationship. This can talk about unrequited effort or feelings. This could represent a connection where there's something external that's getting in the way. Are there third-party situations? You would know. Is there secrets? Let's see what's underneath that. Temperance, the devil. 3 of Cups. I don't like that. I don't like this. We have Sagittarius, Capricorn energy as well. But why does this feel like someone who is kind of meddling or tampering or trying to get away with behaviors that are toxic or manipulative or unfair, unjust? I'm hearing unkept. 3 of Cups and the Emperor for their own pleasure. Okay, Queen of Wands reverse. Let's look into that. What the heck? This reading I'm just like, huh? Because we started off with the animal cards, like you got news coming in. It's something you anticipate, something that makes you happy, and then the tarot's just like, oh, let's switch. Let's go down this path. Okay. Queen of Wands reverse. Why is the Queen of Wands in reverse for Gemini? 3 of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Well, here you are. You're dedicated. You're putting in the effort. You're trying to make things work. This is where you're collaborating. This is where you are trying your best to show up consistently each and every single day. Because why? King of Pentacles at the bottom. You're a natural provider. You're somebody who is reliable, someone who's a trustworthy person. You're committed. You show up always as your best. You give a lot to those that you love, to the things that you strive for, that you have high morals for, or just like high expectations for. Queen of Wands reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. Let me see. King of Pentacles, the Emperor, Empress. Okay, look, we got a pair. Oh, but the 6 of Pentacles reverse. There's that imbalance energy. And the 8 of Cups. So whatever that's imbalanced, whether it's within you, whether it's within your surroundings, a relationship, an environment, you're trying your best to make adjustments, but there's that Queen of Wands reverse. There's that irritability or frustration because you're doing it whatever it takes. Especially, again, Emperor, you're someone who is a problem solver. You fix whatever that is needing improvements, tightening up a few bolts, a few little adjustment here, a little bit there, boom. And then Empress, things can grow from it. So it's like you're actively, let me get one more on this Queen of Wands reverse. Okay. 8 of Swords, and then we have the 9 of Wands and it's sideways. So again, not entirely upright, not entirely in reverse, but I just dropped it. Let's see, it's in the reverse. Okay. So 8 of Pentacles, or not 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles and 8 of Swords. You're putting in all this effort, but yet you're feeling blocked. Again, we saw that. We talked about that. Queen of Wands reverse, we're feeling blocked, or we're feeling doubtful. We're having moments in our head where we're second guessing, or we're questioning, like, what is this all for? Is it even worth it? It's like, blah, 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 right? A lot of mental chatter. Feeling a bit stuck, feeling a bit trapped. And then if we pair that with the 9 of Wands reverse, again, there's that questioning. Is it worth it? Is it safe for you to drop your guard? Is it safe for you to let your walls down? Should you continue to keep fighting for this? It is tiring. I don't feel that's the best way to end your reading, so I'm just like, what should I leave you off with? What the? Okay, what was this? So, I mean, okay, hold on. Let me go back to these animal cards. So the hawk, right? After we just did the tarot, what we can gather from the hawk, because when we first got this, it was like, okay, there's news, there's information. I guess when we were talking about stale air versus that breeze, a breeze representing the situation is coming in to bring movement, bring some sort of forward momentum and movement to this stalemate or stagnancy or uncertainty. Whatever you're uncertain about, you will be certain of. Okay? Camel, yeah, I'm going back to these cards. Camel, this is the energy where we're bringing balance, we're neutralizing ourselves. We're not really getting too worked up about, again, what's going on in the external, what we're seeing or what we're not seeing, if we're seeing movement, if we're seeing lack of movement. The camel represents someone who is very secure within themselves. They're grounded. They have a level mind. They don't get irritated. They don't get frustrated. They don't get angry. They don't get upset. They're just chilling. They're not even like super duper excited or super flamboyant and extrovert. Like, wow. They're just chill. They're just keeping to themselves and they're focused on their end goal. And then we have the otter, which is all about hope, optimism, joy, celebration, fun, inviting more play into your life, and just being open to receive good news, right? Focusing on the positives rather than the negatives. So, even going back to the hawk, one last thing, this is about seeing your situation from a different lens, a different perspective, a different viewpoint. From being on the ground, surrounded with trees, you can't see a fucking thing, to now suddenly you're up in the sky, you're looking down, you're like, whoa, I can see it differently. I see a bigger picture. So, however this resonates with you, Gemini, you'll be seeing the bigger picture in the following days or in the following week or throughout this month. You'll be understanding your situation through a completely different perspective than what it currently is. So you got to just let things unfold, stay grounded during the process, trust yourself, and yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, so what an interesting reading, a lot of mystery in the air. Let me know how it resonates. Private readings available down below, and I'll see you later. Stay blessed.